this will create profit in your pocket really fast. Like you can create 1,000 of profit in your pocket by just eliminating software that you're not using, or maybe changing the software you're using. This is the first level where you just delete the software that you don't need, and this is where I already save you $1,000. Why we paid for the pro version with 10,000 active user when actually we only have 1,000 people? Why we are paying for 10,000? Hello everyone, welcome back to our podcast Unlike Marketing. Today it's only me, and we are gonna go through some practice that we can take as business owner to understand what's going on in our business. The question I always ask to my clients is, do you feel like that you are stuck? Do you feel like you are spending money but you don't see result, and everything, you don't know where everything is going, where your money are going? And if you are a wholesale producer, a manufacturing company, you have a lot of expenses and you don't know exactly where everything is going. You have so many software. There is so many questions you're asking. There is really an easy practice that I use with my clients. I mostly do this with the producer because that's my main niche, but can be used for any company, and it's called software bleeding. It's really something that affects a lot of companies. Doesn't matter how big you are. I've seen this happen for 500,000 company. I have seen this happen for 3 million companies, and actually bigger you are and more can affect you, and bigger can be the damage that these things can do for you. What software bleeding is? Software bleeding is when we have a lot of softwares that we don't understand, that we bought because we had an idea or we wanted to do something with it, but in reality we didn't do it. Or maybe we are not used exactly like we thought we were gonna use, or maybe someone in the team is not doing that, and now we are keeping spending money. Let me tell you a story. Like there is actually, I have worked, I have done this test with a lot of company, and I have seen $1,000 saved by just doing this easy practice. It doesn't take too much. I would suggest to do with your team because it gives you a better idea. And even I've found with previous clients that there are software that your team use that you don't even know about or that you forget. But that's normal. You're a CEO. You're not supposed to know everything. But I would suggest to do this, and this will create profit in your pocket really fast. Like you can create 1,000 of profit in your pocket by just eliminating software that you're not using, or maybe changing the software you're using. What we do, how we start? We start with creating a table. The table will be divided mostly in 3 columns, and then the first column will be the list of softwares. Here we will write down all the software that you are using right now for different reasons. And I really suggest and advise you to get your team again, to ask your managers, ask for example the sales team, the marketing team, speak with the operation team, the finance team, what software they're using right now, and create a list here. Be as specific as possible with the list and put everything, any type of software, for example, content software, SEO software, anything you want to put here. And if you work with consultant, speak with them and see if they charge you for a specific software on their package or not, because actually that can be also sometimes we pay consultant, but we pay a percentage also for the software, and it might make sense if you're using a high level to actually acquire that software internally, because then you have also can give access to more people to that software. Anyway, here I would write all the software. Now the second steps and the second column that's important is like why. I call it the why because it's literally like what you ask yourself is like, why I bought this software? What was my idea behind buying this software? Why I need it? And yeah, for example, let's say I do MailChimp. Really easy. MailChimp is, we know that what it does, but like maybe I bought MailChimp with the idea I needed email marketing, or I needed a software to speak with my clients, or like to keep track of my clients. It's kind of like I was thinking to use actually as CRM, but that time I didn't know. Then actually the why I bought MailChimp is because I wanted a CRM. But the reality is that MailChimp, if we go in the third column, that is like what is about, what, I call it the what, is really easy, is like, what is this software? This software is not really a CRM, but is actually just email marketing. Then now I'm paying this MailChimp because originally I was doing for CRM, but I'm actually, what it does is mail marketing. And then I never stopped paying this one, but because I needed a real CRM, I ended up buying another software that can be HubSpot to do the CRM work. And this is a CRM. Means HubSpot is on the right category. We are actually like, see, the what and the why match. But for example, the MailChimp we bought for CRM, we didn't use the CRM, we used it for email marketing. Now, why we keep using MailChimp for email marketing when, for example, HubSpot, can HubSpot do what MailChimp does? Yes, actually HubSpot is a CRM, but as a CRM, actually there is a lot of other things you can do, and its email marketing is one of the things that even HubSpot can do. Then why I'm keep spending money in a MailChimp? Why I'm keep wasting money on MailChimp? That's one practice. And I have already spoke about this previously. You might have seen me before, but actually there's another column that we can add, that is how much we pay, plan. This is the plan we pay for these things. HubSpot has different plan, and we want to kind of like go and see, okay, this is how much I'm paying for HubSpot. I'm paying the professional plan that's like $300 a month, like just throwing a number. But is that what I need? I'm using the features that it's in that 300 plan, and we do exactly the same things. We actually, what I will do with my client is, instead of make this table for all the software, like software divided, now I'm gonna focus on a specific software. Instead of focus on all of them together, this is the first level where you just delete the software that you don't need, and this will already save you $1,000. Depends on how big, you can save 100 to 1,000. Now the next level would be, if we delete this, is like actually to go detail on one software. Means that right now we are gonna speak about just HubSpot. And we are gonna list here actually all the features that we have available from HubSpot, and look why we need them, why we paid for the pro version with 10,000 active user when actually we only have 1,000 people. Why we are paying for 10,000? Because maybe we are growing. Okay, if we think we are growing, we can pay for 2,000. We don't need to jump to 10,000. Right away, because we can always grow. For example, HubSpot offer different ads on. Why we are paying to all these ads on? Are we using them? And that's where we are doing here. We are actually now listing the features, HubSpot, and then we are looking why we decide to pay the pro version of that features, and what actually we are using for. And then how much it costs each one of that. What is the cost? We call it plan, or like even cost. This can be called cost. And we list everything. And actually, you're gonna see that there are a lot of add-ons that you're paying for softwares, or like you are in a plan that's supposed to be a pro version, and you're like, whoa, why I'm paying so much when I'm not there yet? Then you can scale down. Now, there is also something else that happen often, and let me tell you a story like with one client. I was working with this client, and he had obviously had HubSpot as a CRM, and then with that he also had a software doing for Calendly. Everyone knows this for booking meeting and everything, and he had the pro version of HubSpot. The Pro version HubSpot, for who does not know, it provides you with team accessibility. You have a calendar inside. It's a CRM. Most of the CRM have a calendar already included inside. You can create a landing page. You have so many things already included in that. And my first question was, when I saw that, I was like, is there a reason why you're using Calendly? I was like, yeah, it was the first software I used for booking appointment, for my client to book appointment. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I see. He's like, yeah, I have everything there. I have all my calendar there and everything. I was like, okay, cool. But do you know that you're paying a pro version HubSpot, and HubSpot has that integrated inside? You can do exactly the same things, and even better, because now you don't need to have a special integration. It's everything. Every time people book with you, they already jump inside the HubSpot. They are attracted. It's amazing, like what you can do. You have a pro version. Why you're spending this extra $15-$20 a month, or like sometimes can be $30 a month, depending on the plan you. And they were like, we don't know. We just had it from the beginning. Then we got HubSpot, and we didn't thought about that. That's a big thing. That's a big. Honestly, obviously depends how big you are, but can be a big expense on you. And that's just one situation. There are so many situations where we start somewhere, and that's where the first software, and then how we grow. While we grow, we actually add more software. We had pro version, and this pro version, they often have things inside that already solve problem that we are using other software to do it. I went through with them all through their software and everything, and we saw like about in that year, just by eliminating some software, some of this software that were redundant, because I mean you already had a pro version that was able to do that. You just were keeping things from when you started. We little of that, and we saw that just in that year they had like almost like a six-figure save on a year, and for them their million, I mean that's profit. That's literal profit. Whatever money you save from software is profit, in net profit on your pocket. And that was something that I learned right away at that time, because that was one of the first time I went through all the software with my clients, and actually I learned that, well, that's a big problem. That's a big things in companies we have. There are so many bleeding software. That's why I like call software bleeding, because you are not dead yet, but you have just like a cut on you, and you keep bleeding, where it's not really make you dying, but at the same time you're losing blood all the time, like, and then you have to find and you feel like you're not making enough money, or because you don't actually, the idea is like, it's not that maybe you don't make enough money, but you don't know where this money are going out. And that was something that actually when we calculated their LTGP time CAC, that's like for how many dollars we spend a week, we make by acquiring a person. That's what we use that for. By eliminating all these extra costs, they saw that this proportion going up. Normally that proportion goes around 3-1. And what is like LTGP to CAC? And there's nothing that lifetime gross profit time customer acquisition cost. Normally this proportion for a company should be 3-1. Means for every dollar you spend to acquire a new customer, you make $3. And this number includes all your expenses, means software too. Then by actually eliminating these softwares that they were taking money, they saw going, in that case they were doing 4-1. And by just eliminate software, they went to 5-1. Means for every dollar they spend, they were now making $5, and that's a great thing. Like, seems small, but more you grow and more this difference, $1 can make a difference if you have a big number of customers. You make, because if you have let's say 1,000 customers, having $1 more means, or profit means, that you're making $1,000 more, and that's a big difference. Anyway, this is what I wanted to go through today. If you have any question, you can always message me. You will find my information in the description. You can send a message on LinkedIn, Facebook. I'm pretty much everywhere. And I would love with my team go through your softwares and help you find what's working, what's not working, and then also decide if there are maybe better softwares, because you started with something, but maybe it's time to upgrade to something better. And upgrades is not always bad. They might be more expensive, but also can help you make more money and spend more time with your family. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure to be with all of you today, and hope to see you soon for our next podcast.